Hi everyone, today I'm going to be introducing you to Google Drive and talking about the many benefits that you will have. To get started, you're going to want to log into the internet and you're going to want to go to the Google homepage. Once on the Google homepage, you will notice in the top right-hand corner there is an option for signing in. This is where you will click to log in. Now for me, because I've been using this computer, it allows me to log right in, so I'll click on my name. And this is where you're going to enter your login information. When you get started, there'll be a box first for you to enter in your username. Your username will be made up of your first initial and your last initial. Sometimes it might be your first initial and your last name. And then it will be at our school domain, hershey.k12.pa.us. And then here's where you will enter your password. Please make sure that you look very carefully and make sure that if there's capital letters that you make sure it's capitalized, or if you have a number that you have the numbers written correctly. This login will be given to you in just a few moments. Once you have your information typed in, you're going to click sign in. When you click sign in, it will come to a screen that looks like this. In order to access the home part, you're going to want to click on these 9 dots here. And this is where you will see a couple different apps. You'll notice that there is the Mail app. Just so that you know, as 5th graders, the Mail app has been disabled. As you get older, when you get up into middle school and high school, you will be able to start accessing that. But for this year, you will not be able to use that. Google Drive is where we're going to start today. So you'll click on here, and it will take you to this home screen. Now, just as we're getting started, I want to tell you a little bit about what you can do in Google Drive. In Google Drive, you're able to create many things, and you'll click the Create button to get started. You'll notice that some of the things that you can create are Google Documents. You might have heard them referred to as Google Docs, very similar to Microsoft Office and creating a Word document. You can also create a presentation, which if you're familiar with Microsoft Office again, that would be compared to the presentations with PowerPoint. You also notice that they have spreadsheets, very similar to Excel spreadsheets. Google Form is something that would be newer, and that would allow you to create questions and have other people answer questions for you. As well as Google Drawing. So in some later screencasts, I will be introducing you to each of those individually, but those are some of the many benefits of things that you can create with Google Drive. Some other wonderful things about Google Drive as a whole, it is something that you can access anywhere that you have internet access. So if you are on an iPad or a computer, as long as you can get on the internet and get to Google, you will be able to get to anything that you have created previously. So that means whether you are at home, whether you are at school, if you happen to be out of state visiting family or on a vacation, you will be able to access all of your Google Drive documents and creations. Some other wonderful things that you can do are you can work with people around the world. You could work with students in other countries and other states. You can work with other students in your own classroom, which was what we will mostly be using Google Drive for this year. Some other great things you'll get to see over the next few screencasts as I introduce new tools to you would be that you can work on things with other people at the same time. You can give comments for feedback, and you can share it with your classmates and with me, your teacher. And the best thing that I have found as a teacher is that it will save the work automatically for you. So you don't need to worry if your computer shuts down or restarts. It has saved it for you, so there should not be any more lost projects and creations. To get started, I want to tell you a couple things about your settings. Over here, you can click on this, and this will give you about details in your activity, and it will load some of the things that you have done recently. The next one allows you to switch to a list. You can click on that, and it will show you all of your information as it's listed currently on here. You can see all my different files. If you don't prefer that view, you can click on the boxes, the grid, and that will allow you to see all of your folders, which is really nice because if you go in there, you can actually see small thumbnails of what your documents look like in case you forgot what it is. So you can use both of those views to help you. In your settings, this will allow you to change the way things are displayed. Right now I have it in comfortable, so you'll notice that all of the titles are spaced out a little bit more evenly. If I click on cozy, you can see they scrunch together a little bit more. And you can see compact even takes it even smaller, which would allow you to see more on your screen. Some other things that you can do would be in your settings. And you can see that it can help you with your language and your time zone. More in your settings, you can manage different apps, and there's a place for you to learn some keyboard shortcuts so that you don't need to maybe do so many mouse clicks. Also in Google Drive, I highly recommend creating folders. You'll notice I have numerous folders, and then as I scroll down, you'll notice that there are some things that I've created that are not in folders. Using folders will be the easiest way for you as a fifth grader to organize your work. The first thing that you should do is go ahead and create folders, and I would recommend creating a folder for maybe your different teachers. So if you have me for language arts, maybe you could create a folder that says language arts, or maybe you could create a folder that is Mrs. Gaiman. And then you would type that title in and click create. And then you'll notice that that pops up right here. Maybe it would be a good idea if you're in math, you want to create a folder for math and for your math teacher, Mrs. Willis. Or maybe for science and social studies and Miss Coleman. So you can create folders for that, and that will be a lot easier for you to organize your work. Once you have folders created, you can then start doing some of your work. And what I want to do quickly is just show you how to upload a file. So if you are at home and you have things that you have saved in Microsoft Word and you want to upload them, you would go to upload. And you can actually upload an entire folder or an entire file. So if you wanted to upload a file, you would go to files. And then it would allow you to choose where on your computer. So if I wanted to upload a lesson plan that I'm working on, I would click on the desktop. That's where it happens to be, but it could be in any of my other folders. You click on the Word document, you would click open, and then you'll notice on the screen here that it tells you that it's uploading, and then it will say that the upload is complete. And then I would be able to find my document when I would scroll down, and you'll see that right here it is. It's a Microsoft Word document, and here's the title. Some other things that you can do, as I had mentioned, you can upload folders as well if you need to. But these are the basics, and as we get in later today and later in the week, I am going to be showing you how to create documents, how to create a form, and I will be showing you how to create a drawing. And again, all of these, the major benefits are that you can share them with other people to work together as a team, and you can also share them with me as your teacher, and I can give you feedback. And that is one thing that I like, because in the evening I don't need to take all of your writing journals home, but I can log on to the internet, and all I need to take home is my computer instead of 22 or 23 different workbooks, which can get quite heavy. And it's also a lot easier and faster for me to give you feedback. So I am excited to start using this with you this year in the 5th grade.